We brought that song from Florida. It has a pep in its step, doesn't it? Yes, every praise. There is one life. That life is God. That life is our life right now. Together, can you join us with that? There is one life. That life is God. That life is our life right now. Feel that in your body. Turn to somebody and say, there is one life. That life is God. And that life is our life right now. You feel the energy flowing through every part of your being, yes? You start to feel the opening of the heart, the opening of the consciousness, of the awareness of there is one life. And sometimes it's very helpful when we're getting notified about various things on our phone or on our laptop or things going on. It's like just to take that breath, just to take that big breath and go, there is one life. That life is God. That life is our life right now. It shifts from reactiveness and affecting our own immune system to response and how we continue to feed the energy. React responds to what's going on at that level. Response and knowing a greater truth shifts at another level. Does that resonate with you? And so it's that space of there is one life, and that life is God. And in that is an ultimate healing. Charles Fillmore would say, we are now in the presence of pure being. We are now in the presence of pure being, immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. And thy divine wisdom now erase my mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. It's a law that is always working. We're talking spiritual law. And when people say, my life isn't working, love them, have compassion for them, because what they're really saying is they have not surrendered to a law that's always working. They're wanting to control according to human law, and it can create division within one's being. But when we affirm and know a law that is always working and we flow with it, how many of you have seen the new movie Flow? Oh, it's so sweet. Yes. Anyway, when we flow with working with the laws of life, we have more energy. We stay young in our being. We may color our hair, but nothing else gets affected. Are you with me? So it's in that divine space. But I've always loved that anchor. I've always loved the anchor when Charles said, we are now in the presence of pure being. Say that with me. We are now in the presence of pure being. So that means pure being, it has no memory, has no identification, it has no past, it has no what our parents did, it has no what you did one time that you still shouldn't shame on yourself. It has nothing, because we're in the presence of pure being, and at any given moment, that's what we call the level of empowerment. That's what we call the energy of responding to life, is that, because in the presence of pure being, it can be anything you want it to be. Anything, as far as what you affirm, what you know, and what you're willing to open up with in your own heart. Does that make sense? And then when we talk about, power of manifestation, now Eckhart Tolle came through and said the power of now. And that's wonderful because it reached mainstream in a much greater way. But in New Thought and Unity, it's been presence of pure being, living in the now all along. It's one of those things that's easier to say, not always easy to do, is it? Thank you. That being said, when we look at unity and we look at impact, we look at momentum, we look at life itself, I wanted to take some time and take you on a journey today about some things that in our time together over these last 3 years, how together and collectively there have been some wonderful things that have unfolded, if that's okay with you. So when we were talking at the beginning of 2024, we had this idea of the 4 E's. The 4 E's: echo your principle, our principles, yes? Enhance our abundance, expand our team, yes? And be in the energy of that. And does anyone remember the 4th one? Energize our sanctuary, yes? And so when we think about, as people, echoing our principles, we are called in our society to echo our principles of unity, right? And unity does not equate to people's behavior as in how many years they've gone to unity. Sometimes it does a disservice. It's about how I live unity when I am going through things in life and people are watching me and they are observing. Well, how are you handling that, right? Because that's when we have the opportunity to echo our principles. It's like Buddha says, when we have interactions with others, when we use the words of our mouth, do we say words that are true? And are we saying words that are necessary? Are we saying words that are true? Are we saying words that are necessary? And I've always really admired, I'm not there yet, but I've always admired the quiet types, don't you? I mean, they just sit there. They can sit there for an hour and not say anything. I need that class, okay? But I'm just wondering, wonder how they're processing all this talk. But it is such a gift to be able to be in the silence and be an observer versus someone that has an answer so quickly. And if you figure out how to master it, please email me, okay? But in that space, when we think about echoing our principles, that they have an echo effect. I'm sure you have people come up to you or write you years later and say, do you remember 30 years ago I was at the bar with you and you said, we were getting ready to order food, and you said this one thing and it changed my life. Marlo Thomas had a book, still does, called Right Words at the Right Time, where somebody just said something and it changed the course of life forever. That is how we echo our principles. How we've echoed our principles in the past 3 years here at Unity of Santa Barbara is that we have a bookstore now that was not here before. Yay us. We have a bookstore. We have 2 schools because we feel so invested into our youth. They're not our future, they're our now. They're living in the presence of pure being. But we want to influence them. So we have Knox School and we have the Interact School. And that's really, really powerful. Yes? And so we echo our principles with our children. We echo our principles by having them participate and to learn this information. There was a woman that she was working on her taxes, and her 5-year-old kept asking her questions and disturbing her and wanting her to play. And she said, I'm really needing to focus right now. So she had a magazine and she looked, and in the magazine was a picture of the world. And so she tore it out and she tore it in little bitty pieces, and she told the little girl to put it back together. And so the little girl said, I'm already done. She said, well, how did you get finished so fast? She said, well, on the other side of the page was a little girl, and it was much easier for me to put together. And I love that, because often we go after something, meaning well, oh, those people or that group or that educational system or that government or that, let's go after it. In my experience, I am aware there's popping. I'm just, I do hear it. Do you hear it? Okay, is it disturbing to you? You're okay if I pop? Okay, fine. Tell me if it is. In any way, because I'm somewhere else. Where was I? Okay, so this is the part that we remind ourselves of in the unity teaching. Let me have a shield of understanding. Let me be grounded. Let me be coming from the place of pure being. Let me, as much as I can in my humanity, have myself together before I start spreading the word about anything else. Yes? And it's a practice. It's a practice when you're on the phone with a family member and you just want to go at it. Instead of saying, let me call you back. I need to go. I need to get grounded. I'm going to go pray now and I'll get back with you. But it's real important for us to be grounded, for us to have the vibrational change that we are seeking. So we have echoed our principle. We have vibrant living once a month. I'm going another direction. Okay. So anyway, it's we have Vibrant Living now once a month, and we have had for 3 years. Thank you to that team. Classes, events, expos, lots of activities in which we can bring people to this wonderful community and show them how we live and move and have our being in echoing our principles. Yes? You know, a lot of times people are hesitant to come to a church, but if they come to an event and they meet the people of the church, that's a whole new thing. So we have echoed our principles in that way many times. We've also, here at Unity, we have enhanced our abundance. We have had the Surprise Abundance program. One of our members, for example, got as a surprise $150,000. Right? Whoa. And then they go, did I really commit to that paper? So those kind of ways of enhancing our abundance. And also, we have the wonderful Hightower Peace Path now. And to me, yes, doesn't it make a difference? Don't you feel great when you walk off the parking lot and you see beauty and love and the memory instilled within the Peace Path of the walk of Carl Hightower, who was a sacred spiritual activist? It's a fancy way now where we used to just say, when you have it, give it, and be of service to others, right? But Carl Hightower implanted within so many people the act of giving. Enhancing abundance is about giving away and expressing who you are. Love is the most affordable thing on the planet. It's the most affordable thing on the planet, and it asks of us very little. However, it doesn't stay within us, as I talked about last week. The art of it is giving it away. A quote I wrote one time was, if the world is round, why take sides? Right? If the world is round, why take sides? Welcome to one of the most ancient teachings of all time. Yes? Think about if you had children, well, hopefully you still do, but if you had them, and, you know, they used to take dad and work dad against mom, mom against dad, right? What was the brilliance in that? They would create division so they could get you to focus on that so they could go ahead and do something that they wanted to do. I was so masterful at that. When we engage in division, it stops us from the ability of seeing the underneath truth that is really available for us to take action on and actually do something. Are you with me? Do you agree with, not with me, but with the idea of, if the world is round, why take sides? When you're living in a culture that at this particular time is all about sides, this side and this side and that side and this side, we often miss the energy of what we're really called to do. So I'd love to anchor that with you, because in unity, our world is round. There's a little bit of wisdom in all things. There's a little bit of wisdom over here and over there and over here. And when we are open and we keep our hearts open, we have lasting concepts and ideas that make a difference. Do you agree? Are we on the same page about that? And it's real important because it's so easy to go there. It's just so easy to go there. And yet, for a unity student, it's necessary not to. So we believe in the fullness, and life is forever giving of itself. We teach people to have a belief that everything you need is yours for the taking. It can be there. Sometimes it requires us to do more work. But we've enhanced our abundance by, you can feel it on the grounds. You can feel it as you walk around. You can feel it in the energy. When I first started here, the beautiful fountain out here that you love, do you enjoy the fountain? Yes. To me, it's so wonderful. No one was using it. And I asked why, and they said because the neighbor didn't like the sound of the fountain. That's true. That's what was told to me. And I said, well, does the neighbor pay your mortgage or your bills? Turn the fountain on. You know, I mean, it's important if you have things that they work. It's important that they are used for what they are made for. And a fountain is meant to be a fountain. That's why it's there. So when you have abundance in your life, you take care of what you have. There's the saying that to him, it's a Bible language, and him and her, but to him much is given, much is held accountable. Yes? So the more gifts we have, the more blessings we have, the more we are held accountable for those types of things. How are we doing so far? I wanted to just take a walk during memory lane, because often when there's change in life, we tend to look at moving forward while maybe not anchoring into how far we've come together as a team. We've come a long way, baby. Yes? We have come a long way. Give yourself a great big hand. Great big hand. Another thing that we've done here is we have expanded our teams. We have an incredible board. We've always had great boards, great finance team, and yet with evolution, things changed. The wealth management team. We have new energy, people committed prosperity team. You're going to have a new board added to the one you have at the town, the membership meeting. There's people that are coming forward and stepping up. You know, it's been a journey for so many spiritual communities throughout the nation. Many of them did not make it. They closed. Or they're all on Zoom. Look at how many people are here today. Look around. Week after week after week after week. And this particular county had the flooding, the fires, the flooding. Wow. And then COVID. Right? I mean, that's a lot. Look at you. Look at how amazing you are. I want you to turn to somebody and say, you are amazing as a human being. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel uplifting to you? I don't know. There's something sometimes in my own study of spirituality. And as I have said to individuals many years and communities I've served, I'm more interested in being a student of this teaching than I am being a teacher of it. Because the day when I feel like I know it all, right? Or that I've had so many years in this that I'm out there or whatever, I don't want to stand in front of a room anymore and articulate information, because I'm learning and growing every day. And I'm confident that you are too. But in my learnings, what I know for sure and have learned is that when there is a change, for whatever reason in our humanity, we have the tendency to look at what's not going great versus remembering the 90% of everything that is. Are you with me? Yes. Are you with me? I mean, to be who you are, to have walked through your journey, to be standing tall like you are with a full house, wow. Right? Yeah. I'm surprised Unity Headquarters hasn't contacted you and asked, how did you do it? Right? So we've energized our sanctuary. We've energized the energy here. We've energized the coming together. And I was saying to Reverend Kathy, as we talk every week, look at how this place has become energized. People say that all the time. How many of you have felt that? The energy here is different. The energy here is different. Who did that? We did. All of you. And then the fact of all the unities in the country, look what we have to energize your sanctuary, our sanctuary. The beautiful globe and the beautiful wings. Is that amazing? We energized our sanctuary. We energized our community by honoring someone that had been coming to Unity for now 97, 98 years. We energized life by saying thank you that you have lived the Unity teaching with us through all the changes of this community. Wow, Shirley Campbell rocks. Right? Right? We energized everybody, because with each of you in a chair today, and I know this is a little different for those that are here for the first time. Come next week, it'll be different. But to me, no matter what I wanted to talk about today, I kept getting it in my heart that this was so important for you to remember what all has happened here. In this window of time, it's been huge. It's been measurable. We are not the same people that we were. We don't focus on the same itsy-bitsy things that we did, because we were coming out of a world pandemic. We're thriving in life. We have changed. We have grown. We know how to live in the presence of pure being. And it is significant. So we have energized the sanctuary, and also with the incredible music and the new people joining the singing team and the choir and Debbie Dinky and our band. I mean, our band members have been coming here how long? 20 what? Years and years and 20 plus years, and they are here every week. I don't know how many communities can actually say that. Yes? We've energized our sanctuary. We've enhanced our abundance. We've echoed our principles. What is the other one? Expanded our team. Thank you. You get a free plate of food out there after the service today. I'm going to see to it that you do. We have expanded our team. We have expanded our team with early on becoming known as Unity of Santa Barbara, that is touching the world, omni-local, We have expanded our team in bringing in people into the room and into this house, that we are a light, conscious, growing community. And we are spreading our love everywhere present. And we went from starting up an online in a deeper way, not that it wasn't done before, but it was done in a bigger way by expanding the team to do it. We have the most noted AV team. I was telling the board the other night, yes, take the time and go online and watch some of the other online and pray for them. How's that for class? Pray for them. Our team is one of the most committed teams I've ever worked with in my entire life. They are about we. We have expanded our team. We have a board candidate that is in New Zealand. Online. We have expanded the energy. We have expanded. We have the ushers, right? We have the ushers that give. The music. We have the hospitality team, the chaplains, the prayer team. Now, if I've missed anybody, I want you to say it now out loud in front of me, not in the hall talking chitter-chatter. Yeah, Noreen. Noreen, 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 Noreen. Of course, yes, Noreen, absolutely. Thank you. I know. She loves it, but she's like me. She's an introvert. Uh-huh. They're laughing at me because they don't believe that, but I am. That's why I sit at the table after the service. It's just, I've only had one major surprise birthday party, and my wife never gave me another one because I sat in the corner going, I don't know who to talk to. But Noreen, it's about you right now, Noreen. Yeah, so did I miss anyone else? Landscaping, Patrick Hunn, the outreach program. Thank you. I was going to mention that. Bill Dutton's leadership, the transitional feeding, transition house, the Guatemala trips. Let's go. Come on. This is interactive. Anyone else? What? Volunteer coordinators. Head usher, kitchen angel, hospitality. Patricia Folk. Mm-hmm. The beautiful courtyard. The beautiful landscape. Patrick Hunn and Allison Jordan. If there's something on the grounds that doesn't belong there, let me tell you, she's got it. Or she's going to make somebody else get it. You know what I'm saying? What a privilege it has been to stand with you on this journey. What a privilege to see you and to feel the energy and the essence of who you be. Wow. Wow. So in closing, a king had two servants come forward, and he said to one of them, I want you to go around the village, and I want you to bring all the weeds from the village. And he went on his way. And to the next one, he said, I want you to go around the village, and I want you to bring all the beautiful flowers in the village. And so they came back, and he said, what about it? And the guy said, I've never seen so many weeds in my life. They were everywhere. And I brought all of them. They were all over. And the other guy came and he said, well, how about you, the beautiful flowers? He said, they were abundant. They were everywhere. The moral being, they both got what they were looking for. look for the continuation of Unity of Santa Barbara, soaring, being healthy, no drama, bringing in an energy of starting in the presence of pure being of where you are yet to be. I look forward to watching you. Bless you. Bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.